chance and like we can actually hear the music that's intro.
Ready?
Oh man, okay, shit. Well, welcome to Fist Strike Podcast. What's up, everybody? We have some folks running late tonight, but we're gonna have some fun regardless. Tonight we have me, the host all along. We have Professor Isai Cabrera. How's it going, buddy?
What's up?
What's up? And we have, as always, Zach motherfucking Marshall. What's going on, buddy? Oh, we don't have you mic'd up tonight?
I guess I can.
Yeah, you can mic up. I mean,
What is your?
yeah, we can. Do you need to bring that with you, or should we give you Isai's and have him move down? Would that be easier for you? That way you can still maintain control?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. So we're doing some shuffling, but don't worry, things are going to get amazing. But while we're here, I'm going to go ahead and read out those sponsors, right? Actually, we want to hear your voice. Hey, Zach.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Oh, amazingly.
Okay, awesome.
Amazingly. Isai, how's your mic?
What up?
Still beautiful. Still beautiful. All right. Shout out to our sponsors. JustKeepPants.com. 6-month guarantee. Always free shipping. ManFeed Pro.
Even in Puerto Rico, right?
Even in Puerto Rico. The only place that doesn't get free shipping is Mars.
U.S. territory.
U.S. territory. That's
It's
right.
not that surprising.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're one of us. I'm English.
How much training do you think they do up in Alaska?
They do training. Yeah.
Yeah, there's. I've been up to Kenai one time.
Did you train up there?
No, I didn't. But I knew there was a jiu-jitsu gym there.
Well, based on your story, probably not much.
Right.
Yeah, because you didn't train much while you're up there.
No.
No. Well, that's cool, man. I've always wanted to go Alaska. That's one place I haven't been.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be going in August.
Excellent. Excellent. Like vacation or work, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's not a bad place to go for work.
No, well, it would be in certain months, but not in August.
Yeah, no, August will be fine.
Yeah.
If you get a chance, you should go check out some whales.
Too scared of bears.
Bears?
Yeah, it's pretty close to Seward. I actually did whale watching out there. Like, you go on a little boat
Yeah?
in Seward.
Dude, I tell you what, whale watching is one of those things that I was like, yeah, that'll be cool. But when it actually happened, it was one of the most majestic fucking things I've ever seen in my life.
Well, I mean, yeah, I didn't get that crazy. Like,
No, I was like,
it sounds like you're like nutting your pants over this.
look,
Man.
I may have shed a tear, which is also something I do
that
when
all
I
you
nut.
shed?
Well, look, it works together.
Okay, what you do in your whale watching, just keep it to yourself.
Look, I'm a chubby chaser. All right, that's my fetish. That's what we're talking about, right? Going to find fat
No,
chicks
that's
in
called
Alaska.
going hogging.
Oh shit! I need to get this Texas slang going down.
Yeah, come on.
Well, I'll practice that. Let's give a shout out to
What do you call it in old Jolly O?
what? What do I call what?
Like going out and going find the fat chicks.
Oh man, that's called a Thursday. Or Friday. We lose track of time. We drink a lot out there.
Yeah, Tuesday.
Yeah, well, basically a day that ends in Y. So we try to keep it general. Shout out to ManFeed Pro. Doing good, keeping Berto looking trim.
Yeah, this is the perfect time to start, gaining muscle so that before the cut, you
Looking good.
Good.
Yeah, it's summertime. Like, let ManFeed get you that summer bod you've been wanting.
Or there's also Fit for Her, which is I think it has a little less either protein or carb. I don't know which one, but it's made specifically for females, and it's called Fit for Her.
Formulated for you ladies, right?
Yep, same company. They have Fit for Her and ManFeed Pro.
That's excellent. If you want to pick some up for you, and you want to pick some up for a lady friend, girlfriend, wife, maybe
Use
both.
The code 5 Stripe. That's the number 5, and then Stripe.
The numerical letter 5.
Yes.
Got
and
you.
Like stripes on a belt.
Excellent. Oh, I thought that was one of ours, but I don't think it is. No. It might be the long lost Rivas brother. We never know. Shout out to Saloon Door, always providing us with good beer. Awesome craft beer. You should guys go check them out. I think they are actually having an event going on tonight. They have a weekly or a monthly thing going on. They always have stuff going on, so check them out on Facebook. Don't forget to follow their page. They're also on the gram. Don't know if they're on Twitter, but you know what? Look for them anyway. Always good stuff. Always keeping you hydrated.
What's your favorite beer there?
Man, honestly, I really like the River Ace. It's good. It's fun to drink. But their Blend You is always fun to tinker with. You can find a beer that you like, add some flavor to it. But if I had to go straight Saloon Door, I'm an IPA guy. The River Ace.
What's your favorite blended beer?
There's so many.
Wait, I think you're lying because
About the river race?
Yeah. As soon as you start getting into details of the story, like his favorite ones, he starts sweating, choking up.
No, it's because I'm
slipping over his
fat.
words.
I'm fat, dude.
So, what's your favorite blended?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Have you had the creamsicle?
Yes, that one's actually pretty good. I mean, you can't really go wrong with creamsicle, you know? It's a good one. What's yours?
It's creamsicle. That's why I said it.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
I had a PB&J is pretty good too.
Make me feel like an asshole asking
I
then.
like that one.
Yeah?
I'm not a beer guy either.
You're not a beer guy? Do you like their dark beers, like the s'mores and
I like the
tasty. Absolutely.
Ridiculous is good too.
It's just
Yeah, that puts you down hard.
tasty with a kick, right?
Because it's like drinking like wine in a can, basically. You're drinking it like beer because it tastes like beer.
You're talking about language now, man.
And it'll give you the worst headaches ever. But that's pretty much just craft beer in general. Right?
It's good headaches. It's good headaches. I love it.
If you drink consistently like Miller Lite, and you start getting a beer pace.
Why would you do that?
But I'm just saying, like, for example,
Yeah.
if you consistently drink Miller Lights and then you try to keep that same pace when you go to a craft beer place like Nobi or Saloon Door or Scallywags, you throw it up.
Dude,
You throw it up.
you're going to be making calls to Ralph on the porcelain throne all night for sure.
Yeah, it's
that's
bad.
That's going to be a bad one. I think we also, people don't realize craft beer definitely has a higher ABV in some cases. I think that was definitely something that was realized at the Third Coast Grappling 2 Championship.
I think so. I think I was telling somebody like we could have made like a lot of money just selling bags of chips.
Oh man, or like, yeah, well, or like
$50 bags of chips.
should have started our own Uber company that night, man. It would have been amazing. We're raking that extra money.
Well, I can't say. Speaking of the next sponsor, Third Coast Grappling. We have been talking to the venue, so for the next one, we will. What they're going to do is they're going to one of the streets they're going to basically block off and then have food trucks just for audience to go out.
It's that one between
Between pitch and
Oh, that'll be
So
perfect.
like that during the
you'll be able to, no matter what wristband you have, you'll be able to go out and get some food and come back in.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, Houston food truck scene's pretty good too. So I guarantee you're gonna have something good out there.
Is it bad anywhere? Is there like a place where it's like, man, I love the city. The food trucks are awful.
Metamoris right across the border. I had some tacos out of a truck there, and I shit my guts out for.
Were they delicious?
The shits? The shits were delicious. They were
The
delicious.
tacos were awful.
Well, I was
pretty hard to mess up
I was
tacos.
so fucking drunk, dude. Like that dude.
So you're blaming the tacos that you shit your pants.
I don't shit when I'm drunk. Like I didn't puke. I mean, well,
Maybe it was
I
the combination of the tequila, beer, and street food tacos.
It
that made
wasn't
you
the
shit your
tequila.
pants.
My problem is I accidentally had like 3 Jello shots, which I'm assuming was made with Mexican water.
You
Shout
had
out to the
Montezuma-
Mexican people. You guys are great, but your fucking water sucks on the other side of the border.
Montezuma's revenge, man. You
Oh,
didn't- It wasn't
bro.
the taco. So now this poor food truck in Metamoris has got this one Yelp review that's talking about how you shit your pants, you had to throw them away in the bathroom, your underwear that is, and it's all their fault. But it really wasn't. It was like a combination of a drunk infused night that made you shit your pants.
I appreciate the fact that you think I have the incentive to go on Yelp. I don't. That's a lot.
You're not that guy.
No, that's a no. I don't care enough.
I don't get it. Like who
yelps?
who has time
Like,
to
if
be
you-
like, you know what? I'm gonna give them a piece of my mind,
Right.
And it's all good. I love this sandwich when I had, like, come on.
But the funny thing is, I guarantee you they didn't say anything at when they were at the establishment. Like if they're complaining about food, they're like, "How's your food tonight?" They're like,
Do you ever do a deep dive, like go into a deep dive of Yelp reviews?
I do, man. It's kind of funny.
Like you click on a person that has a really super negative, and you see like all the reviews, and they're
Everything's
all negative.
Yeah,
They're
everything's
like
1
Yelp
star.
trolls.
Yeah, dude likes nothing.
Yeah.
Dude likes nothing. He's like, I got a free blowjob, and he's like, it sucked. You're like,
Yeah, but you gotta-
no, it didn't.
You gotta pay Yelp sometimes.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't pay shit, bro.
get bumped up.
I don't pay shit.
Bump that shit up.
Yeah, so if you find the Fist Strap podcast on Yelp, let us know so we can take that shit down. Fuck you up. Fuck you
Well,
up.
it's like YouTube as well. Like YouTube, you'll have like an amazing song, like something that really, how could you say like that's awful?
Yeah.
And you'll get like 20,000 thumbs up, and then like 5 people are just like, "Fuck this," and like hit the thumbs down.
But you got those guys that are just like, does everybody like this? Y'all like this? Yeah. Well, I guess I don't. I don't.
Some people just want to see the world burn.
I don't understand. It's fucking insane. All right, shout out to our last sponsor, CANNIXX. CBD.
Best.
Everything,
It is
man.
the best.
Got some topical. They got some tincture oils.
So we gave away, as them being the main primary sponsor for the Third Coast Grappling Championship 2, they gave us quite a bit to hand out to the athletes, because they know that the product is that good that if they can just get it out to the athletes, they use it, either, the oils that they put on their tongue before they go to bed, or the pain stick, where if they got some aches and sorenesses, which a lot of jiu-jitsu players have, you just roll it on it and it's almost immediately will go away. So we've been getting so much positive feedback from the fighters that are like, "Hey, I want to be sponsored by this. Can you hook me up? Can you, can I haven't slept so well, and this long, and the roll stick is amazing. It's life." So, I mean, it's just pretty awesome, the feedback we're getting from having CANNIXX as a sponsorship, because, any sponsorship, we want to believe in the product.
Yeah. That's why we're not sponsored by Miller Lite.
Because we never...
Wait, unless they got a check. Like a big fat fund. Like
Austin's not here today, so...
A novelty check.
There will be no Miller Lite.
No Miller Lite tonight. I know. That's Austin's favorite. We should have gotten some for him. What
up, Ricky?
Hey, we have Coach Ricky Rivas showing up fashionably. Yeah. Oh, you want to call? Fuck, dude. Oprah, man. Do we all have keys on?
We've been waiting for you to sit on that all night, and you foiled our plan right off the bat.
In the podcast, we're done here.
Our practical joke failed.
Hey, Ricky, why don't you get that sour look off your face, man? You okay? Smile a little bit. Or is it just hidden under that mustache? There it is. There it is. Hey, buddy. Can you talk into the mic?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Hey,
So that's Ricky.
So I am interested in any news on our future sponsor,
Mustache Ricky
Flying Pizza. So what's going on with that? Where are you?
So Saloon Door, they're gonna expand their kitchen. And,
Excellent.
When it comes to expanding the kitchen, well, when it comes to pizza restaurants, a lot of them have brick ovens attached to the wall, and so it might be an add-on. And it might take longer than had anticipated, but when that gets added on, when the kitchen expands, then we got to look at the ovens. Because if I was to buy an oven now, right? If I was to just throw down some money, buy an oven, get
that oven hot.
Then, if they expand the kitchen like in a month or 2 or 3, then my oven kind of
it gets in the way, or
it's like
you got too much oven in the kitchen.
Yeah, it would.
Is that a saying?
Too much oven in the kitchen.
It is now.
I think I think it would be better to save that money towards one oven that we know we're going to use.
Saving it on like all the oven money that you'd be spending right now, just buying dough.
Yeah.
Wheat. I mean, just buying wheat. Wheat. You got like stacks of it.
Well, man, you know what's crazy is like experimenting with different
with the wheats.
No, with different yeast.
Oh.
And the different flips. So I tried sourdough yeast the other day, and like that made a difference. Like the dough,
because it's alive.
All yeast is alive.
Yeah, no, that's what I said.
But like the sourdough yeast, I don't know, man. It just made it weird. It made it like more like Play-Doh when you're messing with it.
Did you say booby traps?
No, he said booby traps.
That was booby traps.
I totally thought you were like, it felt like booby traps.
Are those beers good?
Why don't you go grab
our
one?
Sponsor, so Dos Equis is delicious. These Mexican pale ales, not so much, but I mean they're drinkable.
Everything's drinkable.
Yeah, I'll try.
Is that like was that a bad Yelp review?
No, that was a bad Fifth Stripe review. So we should start a review company for other things.
Dos Equis, the Mexican pale ale.
The Mexican paler. That doesn't even sound appetizing when you say it. So I'm not a fan of Mexican IPAs, to be honest with you. Or sorry, Mexican MPAs.
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 Not Mexican
That's
IPAs,
right.
yeah.
Look, hey.
You know what? I'm not a big fan of IPAs, but I do love Indian Pale Ales. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just me. It's personal.
See what you did there. That's why I like you, Zach.
Does anyone have a bottle opener?
How old are you?
Teeth, man.
How old are you, bro? How old are you?
Use your belly button.
See, I left this on your. Sorry, Oprah left this on your chair.
There's a lot of things you can open a beer bottle with.
Hey.
Like another beer. Have you ever done that?
No, my dad's friend growing up, like when I was growing
My
up,
bad, I didn't know you wanted to keep that.
he would open it with his eyelid.
Birdo's here. Fuck.
Shh, quiet. Quiet. Shh, he's here. Shh.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hi.
Oh man, yeah, we're so glad you're here. We were just talking about you.
So,
Happy you're here. Go on, Ricky. Tell us about your dad's friend.
no, he would open bottle caps with his eyelid.
Oh, I've seen that.
Twist offs.
So
Twist offs, right?
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess. I don't know.
I hope so. Like, dude, who the fuck uses their orbital for a bottle opener, man? That's insane. What's your dad's friend do? Like, eat nails and shit and like shit bricks?
You remember his name?
Who's the guy that used to use his orbital to pop beers open?
Remember, Ricky might be
Fucking Superman? Was it Superman? How do you say that in Spanish?
Superman.
El Superman. There you go. Fuck
You
it.
say Superman.
Kind of.
You just put the accent on the.
You know, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. It looked much better when Zach was over there, but welcome aboard,
it's 'cause-
Professor Berto.
Because now you're the only white guy left on the mic.
Dude.
Is that it? Is that what that is?
Bro, the
Taking over.
the mic is named Mike, and that's pretty white. So, like, all four of these are on my team.
Microfono.
El,
Yeah, so that's what
El Mike.
El Mico.
Hey, these are black microphones too.
They are black microphones.
Anyway, you know what? I'm used to being a minority. It's all right.
So, how long have we been on air?
Oh my God. Well, you know, if you would have showed up on time, you would know, Ricky.
17 minutes?
17 minutes. 17 minutes. We just got through the sponsors. Professor Berto, welcome aboard. Say your name so people can hear your voice.
My name's Professor Berto.
Okay, that's enough. But yeah, so that's him.
Awesome.
We were having a good conversation until you came in. So, but now we're gonna have better conversation, right? Isn't that what's gonna happen? What's that? Oh, did we have anything? I didn't see.
What?
Nothing. Oh, hey, did you bring some beers for us, buddy?
I got beers.
Oh man, all
I
right.
have beers.
Does anybody need one?
That's the real question.
Isai, would you like a beer? Sorry, I mean, we know you're not drinking, right? Do you have a tournament coming up? No. No tournament. You're not doing Austin? When's Austin? Austin's a couple weeks, right? 21st-ish? 20-something-ish?
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Let's go with yeah.
Yeah, I don't just study the Gregorian calendar much, so I don't know how that shit works out.
Who's Gregory?
That guy who made the calendar.
The Gregory calendar?
Gregorian.
Hey, don't y'all think it's crazy that that calendar had 10 months, but then Julius Caesar and Augustine were like
Augusto. El Augusto.
They were like,
He was Spanish.
We want months.
hey, what the fuck?
How come we don't have?
How come we don't have months?
I mean, it's a problem. Well, how come we don't have months?
You do.
Huh? There are only two hefes.
They're mine, Zach. Here, you'll have that one since you let me have
Really?
this.
You guys
Since
aren't
you let me have this.
You're not gonna get
This
the
is not a
producer
fair
a
trade,
hefe?
by the way. This is a horrible trade.
That's what he just said. He's giving him a hefe.
Because I gave him the Mexican.
Yeah, because he gave him the what? What is that?
MPA.
This is not a fair trade, Zach. You also owe me another beer.
That never works out.
Nah, just take it.
No, that's cool. Zach, just take your half from the bottom. Take your half from the bottom. You'll
I
be
will
good.
drink this.
I think sharing a beer is strange.
Hey, I drank one too, so I'm right in the same.
Okay.
Like I don't mean like letting somebody try your beer. I mean like you saying like, hey, we're gonna
You take a sip?
We're gonna go
take a sip,
Dutch.
take a sip.
Like 2 straws and a milkshake.
No, I'm just thinking it's weird because like especially if somebody's like, I'm gonna drink first and then you can drink, because then like you have like the warm, you get the warm side of the bottle, you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't work out.
I forget
should
who I was
alternate.
with one time in Austin, but on 6th Street, it was closing time. And when they say it's like 1:59, everyone rushes to the bar. And I think, it might have been us too. A bartender like
that might have been us rushing to the bar.
we put in like a big order. It was 1:59. We were like, all right, let's get like 6 drinks, right? And so
I'm glad you guys aren't assholes or anything.
but they
I'm sure the bartenders loved you.
Yeah.
but they didn't.
Like, yeah, we didn't even tip, bro.
No, they're used to it. They're used to it because we're not the only ones.
Did you guys know you can save money by not tipping?
But
I just saved 10% of my bill by not tipping.
we shared our drinks because the bartender came like 2 at a time or something. Like she was like, okay, like we paid. And then she like brought some drinks over, and we were like, "Oh fuck, we ordered more, but like it's past 2, so whatever." Boom, and then like it's like, "Oh no, here's the rest." And we're like, "Oh, all right, cool." And then we just
Yeah, so I
You
mean,
just got hammered on the
so
spot.
basically what you're saying is we got shitty.
Well, and I think the reason why
We got shitty.
I think the reason
Saw the fights.
we had to I think
saw
we
the
had
fights
to
or
go
started
back
fights?
to San Marcos. We were in San Marcos. We went to 6th Street. We had to go back to San Marcos, and we were like, "Can we make it on time?"
Zach,
and it
if
was
you,
like
if you edit
1:30.
this, can you put like a little cloud bubble over Ricky's head like he's dreaming about this fucking story?
When I played beer pong with that.
Because I'm seeing it up there as it happens. That's pretty cool.
Oh
Good times
man.
on 6th Street.
There's some times I don't remember on 6th Street.
No, there was this one time we went. It was when Connor fought Diaz, and you know how the fights take forever,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So
It's like an Italian fucking lunch.
we got there probably like 1:30, and then we were like, "All right, bro, everybody's already drunk. We gotta catch up." So
It's not fun being in a room sober when everybody else is already.
Fuck no, it's not. I hate people as it is.
yeah, so we'd go to one bar, order some shots. First it was like, all right, I buy a round, and then we'll go to the next round, right? And then he'll buy a round, and then we'll go to the next bar. And then that quickly turned into he bought a round, I'll buy a round. And then we were just going.
Yeah,
We weren't even enjoying
You gotta get him back.
Yeah,
No,
because
let me get you back.
you're like, oh, bro, I don't want to be impolite. You're like, no, that's cool. We'll die together. That's great. Yeah, we'll vomit in the stalls next to each other.
It's a funner ride in the ambulance if there's somebody else in
Yeah,
there with you.
You know,
And one time we got dropped off on 6th Street in a minivan. It was an Uber, but it was like a mom.
It was a mom.
It was a mom. Like
Was there a soccer ball in the back?
Yeah. Thanks, mom. We're gonna get drunk now.
she has those stickers in the back that have her family kids, but like they're removable. So every time she picks up an Uber, and she's like, all right, there's only 2 drivers. So it's like lets them know the whole time. Yeah, that's good. Throwing pizza in the air and shit. Fucking great.
There was a tweet that went viral. That was an Uber driver who had their kid in the back of the car, and someone took a selfie with their kid, and it said, "My Uber driver has their kid in their car," in all caps.
Fuck that,
And then Uber found that tweet and said, "Please send us the info of that car and that driver. That is not responsible, and we will not allow that." And the dude just replied, "I ain't no snitch."
I ain't no snitch. That's great, dude. That's a true guy right
Yeah,
there.
bro, I was in Atlanta, and Uber picked me up. It was this old like I don't know, like an 02 Tahoe or something.
Yeah, big body.
And it was the handle didn't even work. You know, I forgot.
He's like,
how
just
I-
jiggle it. You're like, I don't want to. I don't want to jiggle it.
And then it was him and his boy. Like they're just like, I don't know, they're just working, I guess. I don't
You know what they were doing.
It was just him and his friend. And then they're like, hey man, where you from? You know?
Hey, we gotta make a stop real quick. You cool with that? You're like, I don't think so, bro. I don't think so.
You know what's interesting is that people like Uber drivers are treated differently across America because like I guess the way I see it is that Uber is a more personable way to get a ride compared to a taxi.
And please don't talk to me.
Dude, some people are like, don't talk to me. So
You can put it, I think, on.
Yeah. So
What?
So there's interesting. We talked to an Uber driver in Dallas, I believe, and he was really cool because we just started asking him stuff about Ubering, and he said that he knows people that have, you know how you adjust it to where whenever you put your car in park, you know, the doors unlock.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they have it set so that when their car goes into park, only the back doors unlock. So they don't give you the option of like sitting up front. And these are like Uber drivers that don't want to talk.
Yeah.
Oh, so they probably hate me because I go to the passenger door.
Yeah, I've done that before. But then I look.
No,
I look
not unless
not
there's
anymore.
two other people.
Not anymore, but I used to go to the front because it's just one,
Yeah.
But now
It's
That's
weird.
super awkward.
It's awkward.
yeah.
Because then you're like you're, I don't know. It's a weird interaction. I like
now
sitting
sit in the
behind.
back. Yeah, I sit in the back now.
I think, unless like it's just full, somebody has to sit up. But like you kind of want to have that like I don't want to say chauffeur, but kind of like that setup because there's you're paying for it, and like I feel like there's more trust that way when you're right next to somebody like. They could just hit you or fucking tickle your nose or I don't know, whatever. Like they could, you're at arm's reach.
Are we still talking about Uber?
Yeah, I don't know. You think? I mean, I see what you're saying, but I think that sometimes, like,
Man, you could put the hand on the steering wheel. That would make me uncomfortable.
true. Like, so whenever we were in New York, we took a bunch of Ubers and we tried
New
to,
York.
yeah, we tried to talk to the Ubers, and a lot of them were like. It was really weird. They're really short with us, and then they would start to open up and be like, "Oh, where y'all from? Oh, we're from Texas. Cool. Okay. People around here don't really talk to the Uber drivers.
Yeah.
Right, and-
Yeah. You don't talk to anybody.
Remember we went with old girl and
That's her real name, actually.
girls.
Old girl.
with
yeah.
old girl.
Look her up on Facebook.
She was yelling at the
Hit up that
cops.
IG.
Oh yeah, that is a crazy story.
So we were in New York, and we were on our way to like Times Square or something, and we were with these two girls. And this girl, she's pretty, but she's also an attention whore, like big time attention whore.
I don't believe
I've never heard of a woman
So
being
girls don't do that.
So we're at a stoplight, we're at a red light in New York, and at a bus stop there's a cop and just a random guy.
Yeah, it was a cop and a random guy
they were
sitting
waiting
together on a bench. Not
For the
together.
bus. They're waiting for the bus.
Yeah, they're waiting for the bus.
And they're on their phones, and she's like.
Yeah, she's trying to get their attention and like kind of blowing kisses, and they're ignoring her. Yeah.
And then what did she say? She said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Did I offend your friend?"
No, she said, y'all want some milk?
Yeah, she said, "Y'all want some milk?" And then he looked up and said, and went back on his phone.
Yeah.
So-
and she said, "Hey, I'm more important than Clash of Clans." And like both the cop and the dude like gave her this
Yeah,
look.
they're like, what?
And
the-
like, first of all, no, you're not more important than Clash of
Candy
Clans.
Crush, bitch.
Yeah, you're not more important than Clash of
Right.
Clans.
But this was at a red light,
PUBG
and this was a
Mobile.
conversation to a police
And
officer.
then I'm next to the Uber driver, and I'm like, "Bro, you gotta go." He's like, "I can't. It's red."
He's wanting to go. He's like, it's red. He's
You're like Uber driver. Look, the cop didn't pull us over for chick like harassing him. You're cool with the red light. Just go. Just go.
And then
What kind of chicks do y'all fucking hang out with, man? You know what? That's how many years ago was this?
For another day.
This was a while, maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah. You guys have matured since then. Yeah.
Whenever
Done with girls looking for women, right?
whenever
Yeah, keep saying cliche shit like
I'm just
that.
saying. I'm trying to help them out. I don't know what's working, man.
so my last
want some
night
milk?
at
That clearly wasn't working.
That was good.
my last night in New York, I did talk to the Uber driver. It was the first time we went to New York. Isai and I both, we had like different flights. And so I had to get an Uber driver from Manhattan to Queens, which is a long drive. And so
Bro, 2 blocks is a long drive in New York,
but
man.
I was talking to the guy. Like I sat in the passenger seat. I was talking to the guy, and I was just kind of like just explaining to him what I was doing in town, and he liked the fact that I was having conversation with him. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm about to call another Uber driver to take me from my place in Queens to the airport."
it's not that far.
And he's like, "Oh man." He's like, "Don't do that." He's like, "I'll just take you. I'll do it for free." He's like, "Go get your stuff." And I was like, "Okay." I'm like, my stuff. I think my stuff was still unpacked.
Yeah.
So I was like, "All right, I might have to pack my things." And he's like, "It's okay."
You made a friend, dude. That's good, though. What was his name? You asshole.
Way to go.
You didn't even get his name.
This was 4 years ago.
Yeah, on the 4.5 year though, he's gonna slide into your DMs. He's like, "Remember me?" And you're like, "Funny thing, I just told this story about
you." He could be a 4-year friend, then.
That is true, man. You guys could be pen pals.
It's funny, that same day we said bye. We're like, all right, bro, bye. Right?
Wait, to the Uber driver?
To him.
Oh,
So we were
okay.
at this bar. We said, all right, bye. Right? And then we took off. And then next thing we know, we like were running into each other.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Because I was with this other girl.
Not. Do you want some milk?
No, not her. This is a different one. Another friend of mine. Yeah, and I was trying to get her back to where she was staying. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, and she was crying, like she couldn't. She's like, I know where I'm going.
I was supposed to sound like you guys had a great time.
I'm like, all right, no, it was a good time until like I had
Until
to
she started crying.
take her home.
Yeah.
I mean, it's story worthy, right? That's what we're doing now.
She was like, all right, I know my way back. I'm like, all right, well, where you staying at, just in case? Let me look on Google.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I don't want to be the last person seen with you if something happens.
I'm like, all right, well, Google says go this way. She's like, no, I know where it's at. It's over here. So we're going. An hour later, we're in the middle of some random train station. She's crying because she doesn't know how to get back. You know? I'm like, bro.
And you're like,
Bro,
yeah.
I got the directions.
My phone's pretty smart. They actually call it a smartphone. So, yeah.
Yeah, the second time we went, when we were with the two
Were these for
girls.
with tournaments, I'm assuming? Or?
Yeah, these are
Okay.
for tournaments.
I thought you guys were just like, you know what? Brocation, you know? So, like, I didn't know. It's following up question.
That's kind of how like some of these tournaments have ended up.
You know what? Let's just stick to the
Brocation.
tournament. No, it's tournament story.
But,
I got to work out with you Wednesday.
This girl, she was lost. She called me when I had to leave because I had the early flight. So she called me because she was lost, and we were going.
I was with
Yeah.
okay. This is the same. We were with two different girls, right? So
This story's getting all kinds of mixed up. I don't know what to do.
This is
These girls are catty.
this is like Game of Thrones, bro. Do you got like a family tree I can follow or something?
So these girls are catty. They're catty.
Yeah.
They're best friends. You know.
Yeah, that's why they're best friends. Yeah. If you're like they're super nice to each other, they secretly hate each other. Fuck
Like
it.
this
Yeah.
girl's like an attention whore, right? So she's trying to get all this attention. Other girl's just trying to get some pizza.
Dude, honestly, girl too, she sounds cool.
Anyways,
Yeah, they split.
I'm in the middle. I'm right here. So I'm like, who do I go? Do I go with the hot one that's crazy? Or do I go with the not so hot one that wants pizza?
Fucking pizza.
So I'm like, but the crazy one said she wants to get pizza later too.
Bro.
So anyways, one girl goes to get pizza, the other girl's still yapping, and I'm like, I'll just stay right here, you know? And then that's when she takes off.
Yeah, they split, and it's news to me because when I left, we were all at a karaoke bar and we had just sang a song together. Like
What song? What's your go-to?
We sang Neon Moon. I forget who sings Neon Moon.
It's not me.
But no, when I left, I got a call. No,
It's country.
Brooks and Dunn and Brooks.
Brooks and Dunn.
Brooks and Dunn.
Brooks and Dunn.
So
Same thing.
afterwards,
Well, I mean,
on the
it's
way,
they rock paper scissors to see who went first. It's like Dunn and Brooks and Dunn. Go, bitch. You
so
know?
on the way to the airport, I got a phone call from the other girl who she called me and she was upset and she was saying how like she's trying to make it home, and I'm like, okay, well.
I'm not from here.
No. But I was like, hey,
That would have been my
like,
response, bro. New York's a grid system. Like seriously.
But it was like on a different island. So we were like, okay, yeah, just stay on the phone with me. And she's like, okay, but this stranger like that I just met, he told me he knows how to get to my place. So like I'm gonna take his help. And I was like, okay, so
But
like,
it's cool 'cause he bought me a drink.
Definitely stay on the phone with me. And
Because I want to hear this.
so she had to like keep calling me because the subway wouldn't allow her to keep connection. But
Underground.
but like you could tell this dude was getting weirder and weirder because at first he was like, oh no, I work for the city, this is my job, I help tourists get back home. right? And so
FYI,
He's like,
that is
okay.
not an official city-funded job in anywhere, America.
I'm a tourist finder.
Right, yeah. That's called a human trafficker, right? I'm a local human trafficker. I'm trying to traffic your ass locally to somewhere sketchy.
Yeah,
Avoid those people.
Yeah, and so like by the time she got back to her place, she was being really nice. Like I could hear everything over the phone, but then when the dude left, she was like, "Holy shit, that dude was weird." Like he kept asking like me if he could rub my feet like 5 times.
Dude, that dude almost gave something Professor Allen to research, man. That could have been like, that could have been.
It might have been Professor Allen trying to kidnap somebody.
Nah, man, he didn't go to New York.
No, he's Chicago.
And while
Oh,
that's
Chicago.
going on,
Oh, yeah.
I'm with the crazy one. So she's
Isai, I'm just going to assume you're always at the crazy one. Tell me when you're not.
so she's like, all right, let's go eat. I'm like, hell yeah, finally, let's go eat. So we go into this restaurant. We
Pizza.
get waters.
Oh.
We get waters. We order waters, right? We look at the menu, and she's like, I don't like it here. Let's go. And I'm like, what? I was like,
You can go.
All
I'm
right.
eating some fucking pizza.
You're like, man.
No, so we left, and I told her, let's get pizza instead. Nah, I don't know. Let's check out this place. So we went to another place, right? Same shit happens again.
God,
We
dude.
sit down. They're like, "Oh, do you like our menu?" I'm like, "Yeah, we're just looking at it. I don't like it here. Let's go."
Dude, I'm getting mad just listening
Did
to
you
the fucking
did you
story.
find her in New York?
Bro.
You should.
Did you fight? No, did you fight her? Because I would have started throwing hands.
And then she's
I'm
like,
hungry.
she's like, you know what? Let's just get some pizza. I'm like,
Oh, you.
So she gets a taxi.
Fucking.
Did she take you to Sparrow? Because that would have been.
I don't even know.
horrible.
We get a taxi. She starts cussing the taxi driver. I don't even know for what. I don't even remember. And then then we just get some pizza.
Please don't tell me that's how the night ended, because that was a lot of.
Then
Okay.
and then
it
gets juicy.
Oh, okay.
It gets juicy.
Oh, man.
Cinesticks.
Ready? She falls asleep at
Deep
the pizza
dish.
parlor.
Oh, my God.
And that's the last I ever saw.
She
of her.
was eating pizza, and then she's like, "Let's get pizza." I'm tired.
Was that your last trip to New York? Because that would have put me off New York for a
Nah,
while.
I think
man.
we went a different
That would have put me off.
Yeah, we went another
Yeah,
time.
not pizza though. Not pizza.
Not pizza.
Yeah.
No,
This is the first year we're not going. No, because I went last year. You didn't go last year.
Was it weird without him? You can say
We did
yes.
go a different time. You're
I
right.
went with.
It's not like we're recording. You can say yes.
I went with another student from the school, and one thing that was really interesting was that we booked a flight for 6 a.m., maybe like 8 a.m., and so the bars don't close till 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And so I was telling him, like, look, one thing that we should plan is we should take the subway as close as we can to the airport with all our stuff and find a bar there, because if we take an Uber from where we were staying to the airport, it'd be way more expensive.
Oh yeah, because y'all were at La Guardia.
Yeah.
Guardia's
And
further
so
away.
That's Spanish for the guard.
The Guardian.
whenever we got
Minute
there,
those lights.
we just literally looked for the nearest bar,
Yeah.
right? And we got there, and it was all Spanish. Like we walked
It was
into.
my kind of spot.
We
Yeah, I was
walked
gonna say,
into
you guys
a
felt
place,
pretty good, right?
and it was like
was it there?
Spanish music videos
music.
playing on a projector, right? And like it was just like red lights
Did they have
flashing
like a
inside.
Selena hologram? Did they do Selena up
they don't
north?
do Selena.
That's a Texas
they
thing,
do
right?
like bachata, you know.
I don't know.
I said I don't know.
Even my Hispanic wife is whiter than I
concept
am.
for a restaurant down here. Have everybody, all the servers, bartenders, look like Saloon.
Dude, that would be confusing as fuck.
Like a Corpus thing.
Yeah, that'd be like a Corpus thing.
Doing a Corpus.
That would blow up.
Do well.
Shout out to Corpus.
It'd be like a restaurant Selena style.
Oliver, do they have Mexican food in England?
They have horrible
Tortillas.
horrible attempts. They're very very few and far between.
But there are restaurants that are advertised as Mexican restaurants.
There are restaurants that advertise that they have Mexican food.
Man.
So
They're not Mexican restaurants, but they're like, we have Mexican cuisine
so
dishes
none
on
of the like the chains that you see here in the Americas.
Burger King, KFC.
No, but I mean
Pizza
like
Hut.
like Hispanic food.
No. Spanish food or like we'll say Tex-Mex. Obviously not Tex-Mex, but like there's not a lot of Spanish food out there. There's a lot of
what's one that's a big chain? Is
curry.
Montecito's a big? No, Gringos isn't that big.
I just eat tacos, stand tacos.
Yeah, I don't know.
Stay away from Metamours.
The reason I ask is because I recently just watched an episode of The Office with
The British Office or the American Office?
the American Office, but there's a British character.
Yeah.
There's a British character in the later seasons.
Yeah.
And she's trying to like fit in. And
Oh, that one lady.
yeah, and
the lady that becomes a boss or whatever.
yeah,
the redheaded.
temporarily. But she's trying to fit in, and she says something like someone says something about tacos, and she's like, "Oh yeah, tacos," and they're like, "Yeah, let's get some tacos then." And they're like, "You take a bite first," and she just had no clue how to eat it, and it was the most awkward thing ever.
Yeah.
She was like eating it like this, and like
Most English people don't call them tacos anyway.
What do they call them?
Tacos.
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 I had Mexican food in Thailand. That was weird.
Yeah, I had Mexican
That
food
sounds like-
in Malaysia,
was horrible.
and it was made from a guy who lived in Texas,
Oh.
and then
bad.
decided to expat to Malaysia, and was like, I'm gonna open a Mexican restaurant, and I'm like, fuck, all right. One, didn't have queso, dick bag. Two, horrible fucking Mexican food. It was bad. It was so bad. It was so bad.
No, it was horrible the one I went
Yeah.
to in Thailand. But I did go to a southern cooking restaurant in Tokyo. My first day.
Oh, that's
That
cool.
was good though.
You know where I got?
Yeah,
Good.
it was good. The dude's from San Antonio, you know. So.
Yeah, Southern cooking though, man. It's like you just deep fry everything, man. Like at the point, do you like batter? Yeah, you're gonna love this. What
You
is
know where
it?
I was surprised that I found a good Mexican place was when I went snowboarding a few years back with Austin. We went to what's it called? The closest resort was Pagosa Springs.
Okay,
and
yeah.
The actual lodge is Wolf Creek.
Yep, Wolf Creek.
But
I
we
know where
stayed
you're
on
at.
the other side of the mountain. I think it's called something Fork. Anyways, there's this one like Mexican restaurant, right? It said Mexican restaurant, and it was like standalone building, and I was like, no fucking way.
No
this is
fucking
gonna
way,
be
yeah.
the shittiest Mexican food. And dude,
But
I went in there. I was blown away. I was blown away.
your Colorado experience was better than mine then.
Yeah, but dude, but it was like in the mountains, bro. Like it's not
Yeah.
like Denver. Like Denver, I can see like there'll be good Mexican food, but like up in the fucking.
They have more
mountains-
like Native American heritage up in Colorado. It seems like than they do like Mexican or Hispanic. You know,
But I mean, it was legit.
everywhere.
Whoever opened
that's a
it,
maze.
Wherever.
they knew what they were talking about.
Yeah.
It was good.
I took a snowboarding trip to Colorado. We went to some Monarch Mountain out in Salida, and there was a Mexican restaurant down in the town at the base of the mountain and everything. And I went with a buddy, and we were like, all right, we were trying everything. Stop touching me! Stop fucking touching me! God. Anyway, so we went and had Mexican food at this Mexican. God damn it, Ricky! At the base of this mountain, and we walked in there and we were looking at the menu and it said queso on it. I was like, "Fuck yeah! All right, here we are."
Queso.
So yeah, and I was like, I'm Texas-ish. That works for me. So the waiter came up and I was like, "Hey man, we'll have some queso." And the guy looked at me. He's like, he did the like gun finger and winked. I'm wearing glasses, but imagine a wink. Wink. He's like, I got you. You're gonna love this. And I was like, fuck, all right, man, this is cool, Granted, it's the only Mexican restaurant in town, so they don't really have much to strive for. I showed up there. This dude brought like a fucking boat, like you get at fucking Olive Garden.
Gravy boat kind of thing?
Well, yeah, a fucking enchilada sauce with grated cheese sprinkled on top, like the enchilada sauce. And I was like, you son of a bitch. And he's
That's
like,
not
dude,
queso.
and when he dropped it off, gun wink. And I'm like, you son of a bitch. I mean, I ate it because
I got really disappointed. So I normally don't order the queso. There's one place that I.
No, yeah, you're better than me.
There's
Thanks.
one place that I always order a queso. He said he's gonna hate me about this. Torchy's, right? Torchy's.
I even like Torchy's queso,
shut
bro.
up. So Torchy's queso is good because they mix in like guacamole and they put in a little bit of the hot sauce in there, and so it's a good mix. Man, one of the places I love to go to Gloria's.
Yeah.
Right? Excellent Salvadorian, Mexican, Tex-Mex.
Just
all
opened up
this.
not too long ago, huh?
Yeah,
that was
they've
pretty
been
good.
there for a couple of years now, but like there's a spot downtown. I mean, great restaurant. I love this place. Fuck, I ordered the queso one time.
Disappointed.
It was like stadium.
Was it like meeting your heroes and you're like,
It was like plastic.
yeah.
It was like
Velveeta.
yeah.
Velveeta Rotella.
And I mean, if that's your thing, cool. But like, I just kind of expected more. You know, I've been blown away by everything else they have, and I was like,
I feel like
I'm not opening that
if you're
queso again.
if you're a Tex-Mex place in fucking Texas, stop it. Does that hurt?
Break it. Snap.
I can, man. I like you. Plus, you helped motivate me today. Anyway, stop touching me. Don't fucking touch me, bro.
Glad you brought those, because I got some pretty strong beer I would like to share.
Good.
Yeah, Oliver and I are doing like a little workout.
Yeah, I call it the Slim Rickens sessions.
Slim Rickens. Yeah, I saw you put Slim Rickens, and I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
It's like Slim Pickens, but we're getting Ricky Slim.
He been going back to Slim, dude.
Bro.
This is
weight
him.
loss coach.
What?
Yeah, you're the weight loss coach?
No. He's the one who tells me that everything I do is
Putting
wrong.
out a diet book.
I'm just saying, man.
No, that's the
Look.
one he's been following.
I'm trying to butter them up so I can eat them later. So
Whoa,
it works
hey,
good.
whoa.
Shut up! You're touching me. You're touching me.
Do people in England use butter?
What? Do we use
How
butter?
much butter does haggis have?
Shit, all of it. All of the butter. It's the healthiest thing that not my country produces. So
Haggis?
yeah, we don't do haggis.
For real. Anthony Bourdain's Parts Unknown episode of London, he had like I think it was a cow's femur, but it was cooked. It was like cooked on one side and the other side, and so it was served.
The femur?
Yeah, so it was served like vertically, and it was
You know a femur's a bone, right?
Yeah.
So they just cooked a bone. I'm assuming, was there meat attached to it?
no.
So it's for the marrow?
It's for the marrow.
marrow.
Yeah, and so like it came with a spoon, and he had to kind of like crack the top, almost like
Crab legs, bro.
No. Like it was a femur, or it was a straight.
Yeah, he's not
bone.
saying it was a crab leg. He said like a crab leg.
You gotta crack it open to get the meats.
No, you don't have to crack open the bone. It's like
Jelly already?
no, it's like caramelized on top. So he has to like crack the top with a spoon to actually dig into it.
You've described everything from a cake to a lobster.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
So this dude like had
Ice
a
cream.
5-course meal on a fucking cow bone.
No, it was just the bone. You had to kind of break it from the top with the spoon, and he
That
just
sounds like a y'all food, not a me food, man.
he
That's
just
kind of
put the
weird.
spoon into the inside of the bone and was just
Bone marrow.
Scooping
yeah.
it out.
Yeah, that's
yeah, Anthony Bourdain Parts Unknown. It's on Netflix. Y'all can watch it. And I was like,
you tell me
that
what to
seems
do.
crazy, but also no, that seems really good. Like that's what like good stock is made out of.
Have you ever been to Noe where they give you giving you the marrow?
That's what bone broth is.
never gotten the
Yeah,
marrow?
no, yeah, for sure. Like I know that bones taste good, but it's just that
well,
No, the
the
marrow.
marrow tastes good.
the marrow tastes
Yeah.
good, but
Unless you're a dog.
I think even then it's the marrow that they're after, but like to eat it like that just seemed really, really weird. It seemed so, I don't know, straightforward.
Man, it's super rich. Like one time, the first time they brought me out the marrow, when I ordered the pho, they brought me a big piece of bone, had the marrow in it. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. So I just like scooped it out and ate it, and like it's super rich. It's much better, at least for pho, if you put it in the broth.
Yeah,
and
that's
let
what
it
you're
melt,
supposed to do, yeah.
melt in the broth. Well, I didn't fucking know that, British guy.
Well, fucking ask. Jesus Christ.
He's
Ask
not around.
Jesus Christ.
He is no longer around.
You know what, motherfucker? Jesus can be in you if you let him. So
Yeah,
he'll
but
always be around.
I don't know him like that. We got to go on a couple dates first.
Bro.
He probably knows the good Mexican
he knows.
Mexican spots.
Jesus would know.
Yeah.
You call him up, you're like, say, bro, you want to go out to eat? He's like, yeah. You're like, I got this bomb-ass Mexican. He's like, shut up, Berto. I got the queso.
I got the queso.
And you're like, JC, my boy.
That JC
Yeah,
queso.
JC in the queso, no. Queso, no. Get that cheese game on point.
On
And
point.
Yeah, shout out to JC.
recently, I was told to try. I forget what it's called, but it's fish that is not cooked, and it is buried in the ground for like months.
Oh yeah, uncooked ground fish.
No,
Dirt fish.
Who
it's
have you been talking to, caveman?
no, but it's a popular dish. It's just like a fertilized.
Oh, it's a popular dish?
Yeah.
When's the last time you made one? I'm just asking.
I don't make a lot of popular dishes.
When you
That's
make
just-
pizza, that's
I
a
do make
popular dish.
pizza.
Yeah. So how about your fucking
Yeah, I don't make
uncooked ground fish?
I don't make chicken noodle soup. That's a popular dish.
Hey, can you tell everybody how you thought that your condo came with salt?
No, it's not that I thought my condo.
Ricky
came
did
with
not
salt.
know that you have to buy salt. So all these years, my mom's been buying salt, and Ricky's just like, how does this salt keep filling up? Like, I empty the salt shaker. Next day, there's more salt in there.
There's a lot of things that I forgot to buy whenever I moved in. So, man, I bought ramen noodles, and I was like, okay, at least if I don't cook, I have ramen to eat. And then I realized I don't have a microwave, and I was just like, God damn, this
Boil
sucks.
some water, man. Boil water.
I never made ramen that way.
Bro, you heat water until it bubbles.
Dude, it's much.
I've never done it in a microwave.
It tastes much better if you boil
Yeah.
the water.
You know what else works? Do you have a Keurig?
I boiled water,
Do you have a Keurig?
and I ate it, and it was
You
good.
ate boiled water?
I ate the boiled water
Fuck.
With
That's difficult.
noodles.
with noodles.
Good. Do you have a Keurig or like a coffee thing?
No, but I think it's weird
Keurig, man.
that
Put that under there and ramen.
Oh, yeah.
That shit works
I think
too.
it's weird that there's a ramen flavor called Oriental.
Well,
I think it's
weird
offensive.
microwaving your
Yeah.
ramen.
Yeah, also, right?
That's the most-
It has microwave instructions.
Yeah, but dude, you're microwaving inside of like a styrofoam cup. None of that shoots up red flags to you.
No, I don't get the styrofoam cup. I get the package. I put it in a bowl.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's microwaving a plastic bag.
That's weirder.
No, I don't
think that's
microwave
weirder
plastic
than
bag.
microwaving the cup.
I break it up, put it in a bowl.
So you go through all this and you don't want to boil water. So while you're boiling the water, you could be breaking it up.
I didn't say I didn't want to boil water. I boiled water. I just didn't know that was my only option. I thought I had a microwave, but when I got back, I realized I didn't have a microwave.
So what led you to believe you had a microwave?
It came with the apartment.
Yeah, I thought it was just there.
That's where you keep the salt.
He's like, I've been here for a while, so I haven't seen that microwave.
He's like,
Some houses do come with
he's walking around like pushing
Yeah.
shit. He's like,
condos.
not condos.
So
condos.
I mean, it came with a dishwasher, fridge, washing machine, drying machine.
If you put your dishwasher on hot cycle, it might cook your ramen. It's like a microwave.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear what you were saying.
It's probably for the best. Basically, what I was saying is, I'm looking out for session 2 of Slim Rickens on Wednesday. We're making it fist rep official.
Y'all actually
So
working out?
yeah,
Well, that's what some people call it.
look.
How much beer and pizza is involved?
Well, I mean, how many?
No, hey, for real, that's what I told Oliver. Because Oliver was like, hey, like, let's start working out. I'm like, all right, but like.
Verbatim.
Because he said,
You're fucking touching me again, dude.
He said,
I'm kind of second guessing this workout structure we're going for.
Hey man, let me spot you, bro. Hey man.
he said,
You two Slim Rickens this time.
he was like, man, I just need someone to like
Slick
motivate
Rickens.
me. Yeah, I need someone to motivate me when I'm training, like stuff like you're right. Because he says he kind of starts off strong, but he falls off, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Why do you fall off?
Because 5 pumps in, my back hurts. I'm like,
And
for
I'm like-
working out, I don't motivate myself. I'm not a good self.
And I'm like, hey, like, sometimes I'm like that too. So what's gonna happen is one day he's gonna come in and I'm gonna come in and we're gonna be like,
Buffalo Wild Wings?
yeah, Buffalo
Nah,
Wild
bro.
Wings.
Nah, see, that's not how I work. My thing is like if I go to the gym by myself, I'm gonna be like, man, I'm gonna do like 10 reps at like 10 sets, 10 reps at this weight, and then I'll get like through like eight reps, and I'll be like, that's cool. Then I'll get like 5 sets in. I'm like, I mean, that's cool. And then I leave.
So why are you mentally weak?
Because I'm broken. I'm a broken man. My flaws are what fuel my passion. And my dreams are going to be that much more golden when I achieve them under this weighted condition.
It's probably genetic too.
Also,
since, like, America-
fuck you. So,
Did you write all that down beforehand?
yeah, I did. Shorthand.
It's like I have notes.
Hold on. Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
I can't read my own handwriting sometimes.
You guys want to drink a beer?
I'm not mentally weak. What I am, I'm a team player. And you know what? I'm Team Ricky. So, yeah, I'll have a beer, please.
Okay.
I worked out hard today with Ricky. I did 5 squats.
So this beer
Oh, God.
is the beer that Ricky is wearing.
I am wearing this beer.
No, he's
This beer is
he's
all
wearing,
over me.
He's wearing the shirt that
Was that a coordinated
advertises the deer. The deer. The beer?
Just coincidence or coordinated?
No, it's coincidence. Happy coinkydink. So Ricky, you can.
You should
pour-
slam those down harder.
pour them
My
up.
eardrums are still intact.
So how much more percent alcohol is it than is on the can?
This one is. I think this one is actually correct.
Good joke.
Oh,
Actually,
42.9.
there's not.
There's not a ABV. on it.
No,
It's a
This is
mystery.
ABV TBD.
So this is about
How much proof
12%.
is it? What proof is this?
Man,
So this is the Saloon Door Russian Imperial Stout, and I actually like this a lot more from the can than off draft. I don't know, it just tastes a little bit more. I don't know if it's the carbonation, but just has a better mouthfeel, I feel, out of the
So
can.
Ridiculous AF has this in it.
Yeah, so this is like the base of Ridiculous.
because Ridiculous is the chocolate peanut butter.
Yes.
And this is the.
Yeah, this is just a Russian Imperial
Well, it's
Stout.
adding tasty and the Russian. It makes the ridiculous.
Well, yeah, so Tasty is a milk stout, all right, and this is a Russian Imperial stout, and the Ridiculous is a Russian Imperial with the same type of flavorings they use on the Tasty. So it's a
not adding it.
yeah, so it's not the
Yeah.
same type of stout. All right, normally a Russian Imperial stout is heavier, like above 10% alcohol. This one's 12. So
Is this something typically served on nitro or?
No.
no.
Okay.
What's the
You want some of that fizzy pop then?
The what now?
You know they have that like.
Yeah, the bitter index.
Oh, the IBUs, it would be really low because it's not very hoppy, right? They don't use a whole lot of hops when it comes to stouts, or at least not traditional stouts.
30s probably.
Yeah, man, probably lower than that, I would assume.
I don't know. I want to say it's higher than the Tasty AF.
Really? IBUs?
Yeah, I think so because they try to like
Ricky, you're not going to share with anybody?
no nope.
Nope, mine.
Nope.
Sorry, guys.
No, so they try to cover like they try to use the same amount for the Tasty AF
goes that.
and for the Russian. So because they try to use the same amount, but the Russian is a much bigger beer, then it's
I can pour my own, bro. You've been touching me a lot tonight. I don't want you pouring my drink. I don't trust you.
I think it's a little bit less on
You don't want them
IBU.
sticking the Slim Rickens inside you?
Slim Rickens.
I think
About to get
this
some
beer
Slim
is more
Stickin'.
roasty.
Yeah. I like the roastier flavor of this because you don't get bombarded by that sweetness.
It's got a nice smell. Like kind of like a morning coffee. kind of smell.
So shout out to Saloon Door, man. Sponsors coming through. Berto picking a beer with Berto from one of our sponsors. I Must Break You, the Russian Imperial Stout.
Is that
Good to
good?
go?
Yeah, right there.
Look at that. Look at that. If he dies, he dies.
If he does. I love this can design, man.
It's amazing, man. Dude, honestly, Saloon Door has some of the coolest can designs.
Did y'all
I
see the
like
new
it.
design for their
The honey? I did.
It's a honey blonde, right?
Blonde.
Oh, dude.
You know, speaking of the can designs, look at that beer that Ricky has.
The
Depth
Martin
Charge
House.
by Martin House.
That short, that one's a badass can.
Yeah, and it's
It's delicious.
Bro, this is like a foil Pokemon card, man. This is like
Me
a.
and Ricky just shared it.
Yeah, we shared it.
Shared the beer.
We shared the beer.
That's
not
cool.
inside the same can though.
Zach, man, it's only been
Yeah.
one session. Stop trying to move into our Slim Rickens, all right? Shout out to
Martin House.
Hey, actually, sometimes
It's got like a weird sweetness to it.
it would be
right?
cool to get an invite to work out at Zach's garage because I know sometimes he's in there throwing sandbags around.
I'm basically
shoots
building
sandbags.
sandcastles over here.
I got a nice garage.
He throws a sandbag in the air,
Hey.
pulls out his gun, and shoots it.
Why would he do that?
Practice his skills, bro.
That's
Get a workout in, get a little gun practice.
There you go.
yeah. That sounds questionable. I mean,
Don't be mad
I'm
'cause you can't
down.
do it. Oh.
I don't have anger in my
I
life,
had this
Berto.
work function. Can y'all hear me into the mic?
Of course, we can hear you.
So
I can
had
hear
this
you in my
work
heart.
function at main event, and the first half was bowling, and the second half was laser tag.
Oh,
and
shit.
again, like most gutters got a prize, high score got a prize. I got second, like I got 150, and the guy and in my lane, he got like 160 something.
Please tell me you fucked him up a laser tag.
So he won, but no. So here's the thing. I was like, I'm not gonna do the laser tag because there's gonna be two different scenarios. Either I'm like combat rolling, like sneaking up people, and like slitting their throats.
You're like this
I have like
guy doesn't count.
PTSD, and I'm just like demolish everybody. I'm like all bloody, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it's like a bunch of like old ass engineers, right? It's
Oh
like,
fuck. Well, I mean,
Second one, I'm the first one shot, and I'm completely embarrassed.
yeah.
I'm like, I'm a fucking Army Ranger, and I just got shot by this
Yeah.
old engineer. First go.
Dude,
Fuck that. You know why he like pulls out a mirror and like reflective shoots around the fucking corner or
I
some
either was
shit?
like going to save
good idea.
them or save myself.
Dude, every time I played laser tag, I always thought I was kicking ass, and I never was. I never was. They were like, all right, first person out, Ricky. And I'm like, why didn't someone pull him out of the thing? Like, he was just into it. It's like,
He was into
front rolling. Shit.
Someone sitting at the door, they're like, oh, look at that little fella
Like, I
go.
made it to the end. And they're like, nope.
Dude, there was one time I thought I for real, like, I was like, man, I gotta be like top 3 at least. I was fucking sweating. I was running, peeking through corners and shit. I think I was like 6 from the top.
Bro.
I was like, what the fuck? I'm sweaty.
Dude,
this little kid over here got a higher score than I did. He didn't even move. He stayed in one spot and just.
Yeah, he's a fucking camper, bro. He's a fucking camper. He's like prestige level 50, man. Fuck that guy.
Man, hey, actually, the first time I met Professor Drac, first time ever, was at his 40th birthday.
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
So I wasn't a student yet. I just was invited because of my brother, and it was
That's a shame.
it was like a surprise birthday party, right? And so a lot of people from the school were there. It was
Where
like
was it?
main event,
Okay.
and there was laser tag, and like the laser tag coordinator, I don't know if that's what they're called, but he was rude to some of the kids. And Professor Drac was like in his fucking
man.
face.
That's right.
And I was like,
Forgot about
oh
that.
shit.
Yeah.
He was like up in his face.
It's like, what? You hate your job?
Yeah. I'm like, oh damn.
Well, kind of on that subject, man. Actually, we actually have a special announcement, I guess.
I want to hear this from Professor Drac on the podcast. Can we make that happen?
Well, you know, it's funny you mentioned that.
I'll bring up the story. I'll be
next
like, hey.
next week. Actually, we've spoken to Professor Dracolino, and pending no crazy schedule updates, he is going to be our in-house guest for our next
Man.
episode.
So there's a
So-
little background story to that. So the reason why it was a surprise is because he didn't know, but the setup to get him to main
That's
event
usually the
was
basis of us to fucking
how are we gonna?
Man, he
how-
didn't even know.
He didn't even know. How are we gonna get him to main event? Right? How are we gonna get him there? What they told him? You can correct me if I'm wrong a little bit about this.
know, yeah,
but
story.
they said so. His daughter Jade.
Someone up there said jujitsu sucks.
Still lived here at the time, and I think she called Professor and was like, "Hey, it's like an ex-boyfriend or something that Professor specifically did not like," and she was like, "Hey, he's up here and like he's bugging me. Can you please come up and like pick me up or something like that?" So. Immediately, this would set any parent off, right? But this is Professor Drac, and he was at home like mowing the lawn or something, and he gets this phone call, right? And so he's like, he tells his wife like, "Hey, I gotta go get Jade," and his wife goes, "Well, don't you want to like wash up first, like take a shower, like maybe you should shower up. You're all sweaty," and he's like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah." And so she like, convinces him to like take a shower and like put on nice clothes.
Dude, honestly,
And then Drac walks into main event like
ready to murder.
ready to
Ready
murder.
to murder and looking fly.
And looking
smelling
fly.
fresh.
Side note though, that just goes to show you right there. Monica.
Yeah.
Monica, she'll take care of business when it comes time, man.
Business.
Yeah.
Business time.
Drac can be scary, but I fear Monica. In a good way, in a respectful way. She's one of the nicest people lately, but man, when it's business time, she gets it done. I love it. I love it.
I just love that. That's what they use. They like got him mad.
Get dressed.
They got him upset to go and like, oh, birthday cake. Oh, by the way, that birthday cake. Shout out to Serge.
Serge
killed it with that cake.
Professor
He's not in
Serge,
the
man.
cake game anymore. But just to give you an idea, it was a 3-layer cake that looked like it had like a Brazilian flag draped over it. It had
dude, it was
Professor's
awesome.
belt wrapped around it. Looked like a real belt.
Mouthpiece, right?
And it had the
And his
mouthpiece
mouthpiece,
on top. Yeah, Professor Brandon was like, I want the piece with the mouthpiece on it.
Yeah, no, Serge is good, man. He's I think the cake game is upset that he's not there anymore.
I remember
Yeah.
like so at main event there was a room with all the GB people in it, and Professor walks in, pissed off as fuck, just veins coming out of his head,
Oh, man.
and then it's just like surprise, and he's like, "Oh, where's Jay?"
Oh, we're definitely gonna have to bring that up next week.
Oh, man.
So yeah, actually, shout out to any of our listeners and people who are gonna be listening to this tomorrow on the upload. If you have any questions for Professor Dracolino, please send them in. You can send them. What's that?
Today, I actually, the third coach grappling the qualifiers.
Yes.
I took the video and I cut up each individual fight and put it on the third coach grappling
Beautiful.
YouTube page. But part of it, Professor Dracolino was commenting a lot.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, for I think like 3 or 4 fights.
that's some high profile
So I got
following right there.
to
That's
listen back to that, and it was some good stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really good.
Well, yeah, definitely. If you guys listening out there, please send us some questions. We will promise to read them. If they're appropriate, we'll try to ask them. But don't get any of us beat up. We all love and respect this man.
He yelled at me
Yeah.
on Saturday.
Don't get Isai yelled at again. It's a very frightening thing.
No,
What'd you do?
I was supposed to keep track of what fight it is because we had 2 of our students fight.
Right.
So I was supposed to keep track of
2 students.
what fight it is. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
So
yeah.
I knew what fight it was, but I just wasn't sure. He's like, "Hey, what fight is it?"
So wait.
I think it's 6 or 7.
He said I knew, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
We caught that.
that.
Yeah. Now you're
I was
cool.
in positive, right?
Let's just
He's
move
like-
past that.
He's like, he looks at me. He's like, "You have one fucking job." I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, well, this is where the story gets.
You know, we're gonna
crazy.
say classic Isai.
Well, this is where the story gets crazy. So I'm like, all right, let me go ask somebody what fight it is. So I go out into like where the fighters walk out of, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what fight it is. Well, there's 2 guys, a fighter and another dude from another gym, and they're arguing. They're like yelling at each other, like in their face, you know?
Like a rap battle.
Yeah, and everybody's like surrounding them, you know, trying to see what's gonna happen, you know, and they're yelling at each other. And then I'm like walking around, I'm like, "Hey man, hey, what fight is it?" And then they start shoving each other, start you
shit.
know, pushing each
And
other.
you're like, "Oh, so this
and
one."
fighting, and I'm looking at them. And people were watching, and I'm like, "Yo, what fight is it?" Like it got crazy. They like knocked over the speakers, the curtains, and all this stuff.
Some chick walks by, she's like, "You want some milk?" You're like,
What
"Fuck,
fight is it?
you again." Right? Damn it. She's a ring girl. You're like, "This is weird."
It was actually a milkman.
You guys want some milk? You guys want some milk? Kinda. I'm gonna have this instead.
That was horrible.
Man, yeah, no, I'm actually looking forward to having Professor Dracolino.
Man, there's so many good stories, dude. So many good stories.
Yeah, but we gotta.
Man, I wanted to tell the story.
No, let him tell a story. Let's not.
Well, we can prompt it, right?
No, because what if it doesn't get
Yeah,
told then?
yeah, it's
nah,
messed
man. Nah, that's like telling someone, "Hey, man, you're gonna be a black belt one day." When you know,
Like
like
somebody told you?
yeah, that's why
You're trying to give a preview to a movie that might not even go to theaters.
Yeah, you're like, "Have you seen Superman 36?" And you're like, "Nah." You're like, "Let me give you a rundown what it might
There's
be
just
like."
so many good stories.
Yeah, but keep those to yourself.
stories.
We'll let him tell some stories. But yeah, no, I want some good questions. So we're gonna get some questions. We're gonna get some stuff answered, and we're.
I'm sure Alan's going to repeat your question.
Possibly. He said he's not gonna. He said Professor Drag's not gonna drink any beer, which I.
We can bring some cachaça.
Oh no!
I'll make some caipirinhas.
Yeah, you should make those.
It's a Brazilian drink
Oh, okay.
with Brazilian liqueur.
Oh, that sounds South American.
Sneak in some tequila in there too.
Oh man.
Hey, we can make it a no beer.
Look,
night.
hey, Professor, if you're listening to this, I am taking no part in trying to slip you alcohol, all right? I respect you, I like you, and I would love for you to be a guest in a future episode. And that's Professor Berto. So
I'm just saying, I can go get some cachaça. Is all I'm saying. I can go do it.
he said no, man. No means no.
No means no.
I mean, but if he wants one, I mean, he can have one. I'm not going to tell him no. So that'll be a good episode. That'll be a
Be
good
here
episode.
making mixed drinks.
Yeah, we should get a real live bartender in here. It'd be good. Ricky, why don't you make some pizzas, man? Bring some pizzas in.
I don't know what that point was for. I
don't know.
I mean, I'm TABC certified. Maybe that's why. But also, like, my girlfriend's a bartender. But like, also, your girlfriend's a bartender. That's true. So like,
Yeah, but they're not like. They're not that type of
they're not
bartender.
that
They just like.
Is that like American or European sign language for bartender? You're like, hey, because I don't know sign language, and they're like,
hey,
what?
This might be a sore subject, but like Thursday's the 4th of July.
Yeah.
So like, I don't
bring it up.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be amongst winners?
Look, guys,
What
What do you even do on the 4th of July?
what do you guys do on the 4th? Huh? What do you do on the 4th of July?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Do you all just watch like alternate history videos?
Honestly, I just cry. I sit at home and I cry and I drink tea.
Well, I mean, you know,
Have some
if your
crumpets.
team
Where's the
goes
red
to
jacket?
Super Bowl, do you celebrate the next year that they lost?
If my team wins the Super Bowl,
Loses. Goes to the Super Bowl.
goes to the Super Bowl.
Do you celebrate your loss every year?
Celebrate the loss.
True.
See?
You celebrate the loss the following year.
But see,
How about like 200 years later?
But they tried twice, Zach. The Battle of 18 whatever. They came back.
Right now.
oh yes, the
you heard
infamous
Brexit?
Battle of 18 whenever.
Have you heard of Brexit? They can't
Where-
get together right now.
No, it was the Battle of 1812. They came to Baltimore and they were like, nah, you know what?
Bro,
Y'all are ours.
They're like, hey,
And they were like,
we're here in
nope.
B-more, yo. What's up? You're like, get the fuck out. No, fuck you. So, no, 4th of July it's a great time. I like to sit back and I think I'm like, man, you know.
Son's American, so.
Yeah, my son's
he's
American.
okay.
All of yeah, he's cool. He's cool. He needs to get a job, but my son's American. My daughter's
About as
American.
British as you are Malaysian.
That is absolutely goddamn true.
I'm both about the same amount of time. Right?
Yeah, probably close. But in heart,
Lived in America the longest.
yeah, but that's for tax purposes. Like, I've already paid into Social Security and shit. I gotta claim something.
Do you have
People's taxes.
Hey, do you have dual citizenship?
No, I don't have dual citizenship.
Because he's not a
He's not what? Say it.
he's not a citizen.
I'm not.
He's not a citizen. It's weird that there's 3 brown guys on the table and the only non-citizen is the
Dude,
white guy.
my favorite thing to do is hang out on Home Depot on the weekends, watch everybody else get fucked with, man. I'm like, that's my entertainment.
You at least pick up a job.
Well, I mean, I ain't working, bro. I'm above that shit, right? No, I'm just joking.
Oliver's outside of Home Depot says, does anybody need a host for their podcast?
Right? Well, shut up.
Dude, there's an episode.
And hear you guys answering. the
Again,
call.
there's an episode of The Office where Dwight goes to Home
The
Depot.
English one or the American one? Fuck off.
The American one, the better one.
They're talking about the good one.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
He goes to Home Depot and he starts speaking Spanish to people who actually speak Spanish, but he sucks at Spanish. And then this other white dude comes up to him speaking horrible Spanish, and they're both just speaking horrible Spanish to each other. And they're like, do you boast English? And he's like, yes.
Thanks for that riveting
Yeah.
breakdown, Coach Ricky.
So,
That doesn't happen in the
if you'd like
in
to
the
recap.
English version in the
whatever the
British.
fuck you call it.
No,
Yeah.
English is fine. That's not an
The
offensive term.
loser version.
Oh yeah.
It's like when people are like, he's Mexican. They're like, whoa, man, that's
Yeah.
racist. Like, no, he really is Mexican.
Yeah, no, it's.
not racist.
I hate when that happens. You're like, yeah. So I was hanging out with my black friend. They're like, calm down. You're like, no, he knows he's black. He's like 36. He's been doing it for a while. You know, it's like it's not an issue. Yeah, like he's aware.
I love when people try to like get around saying like black, like, oh, you know that guy he was wearing the shirt.
He had the hair.
Yeah, he was wearing that white shirt.
And then he had the two eyes and the ears.
You know, he had like the really short like facial hair.
Yeah.
But, like, you could just literally say the black guy.
You don't
Yeah.
know what's racist now. Like tomorrow, that could have been racist.
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
You could.
No.
Dude,
No.
in the office, like Michael Scott asked the
is,
Mexican
this is
guy.
the Office
He says,
recap.
Good God, bro.
Office recap episode.
he says, is there anything?
Rick and Morty again?
Dude, we should title this.
Was there an
this
episode? Was
in the
there
office.
an episode of the podcast where we talked about Rick and Morty a lot?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, there was one where we went pretty deep into.
The lore.
Yeah.
Hey, Rick and Morty's.
Well,
deep.
hey, hold up. Calm down, guys. Let's not interrupt Ricky's office story. Continue, Ricky.
Oh no, it's kind of like what you were saying. He says he asked the Mexican guy if there's anything else he'd like to be called that's less insulting than Mexican. And he,
I hate when people try to like be offended for other people. You know, it's like they're like, that was racist. You're like, he's cool with it. Like it wasn't racist. He's fine. No, you shouldn't be saying that. You know, that's fuck people. That's basically the moral of that
I don't know.
story.
Man.
dude.
I think that's
But this-
hilarious.
this one time in the office,
so,
though, right?
It's so stupid when people get offended for other people. I mean, you know, we've dealt
Why
with
do you
this.
keep pointing to like you're pointing to him? He's touching me. What the fuck you brothers got going
Bro,
on?
so
over
like,
here?
I don't want to go into too many details, but like,
Brocation.
but like, Isai.
Is this about cauliflower?
No. Isai got like
Hates cauliflower.
Somebody got mad at him for him training with hard on somebody. Like the person he was training with didn't complain.
Did you say hard on?
But
somebody else
somebody
got mad.
watching the role got upset at him. And I'm like, this is the most insane thing ever. You weren't the one that was training with. You weren't the one that the thing happened to.
Like was going against you.
It's like if Isai was training with me and he wrecks me.
And I'm like, bro.
And then after Oliver goes up to him and he was like, that was so disrespectful what you did to Professor Bird.
Man,
I cannot believe.
I don't remember.
Well, I guarantee that other person.
You know,
May have happened, may not have. Fuck it.
Didn't want like a white knight.
yeah.
Racist.
You know what's crazy though is that like
That chick in fucking New York that Isai keeps
No,
talking about.
the ability to feel someone's
her up.
strength in jujitsu,
Yeah.
that's not like you can't see that. You know, like you see two people kind of grinding it out.
I don't remember.
Like maybe they're going like shin to shin, like someone's trying to pass the guard, right? And you don't see, like you can't feel sitting from the sideline. You see like the movement, but you can't feel the other person's strength. And I think that's one thing that overwhelms people whenever they first start doing jiu-jitsu. It's like you could watch jiu-jitsu for a while and see like people battle in certain positions, and you can see how it's tough. Like for example, let's say I'm trying to pass someone's guard and their foot is on my hip, and it's really hard to get past that. But sometimes people are like, oh, I think like, okay, I get it. I get the foot off the hip. I get past.
I feel like that's something parents deal with their kids. They're like, just do it, just get up.
Yeah, it's
And,
true.
Like they've never felt the pressure.
I think that's
Yeah.
a lot of everything, though. man.
But then whenever someone tries, and whenever someone actually tries, it's overwhelming. They're like, oh my God, I cannot get this foot off my hip.
Yeah.
Right. And it just shocks them, right? Or it just blows their mind to a certain
But that's when they should sign up and keep practicing.
It's like,
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Like the claustrophobia people get
Well-
from like side control and stuff
Yeah.
like
Well,
that.
so I think Professor Brandon put this the best. He said that when it comes to people trying out jiu-jitsu, or people who actually sign up, some of these people sign up, there are people who are willing to accept that they do not know how to fight, and they are willing to learn. And then there's people who just
to show that they can fight.
yeah, go there to show that they can fight. And those people phase out because they get beat. Because everyone gets beat. But if you come with the attitude of like, I'm here to learn, then that's expected. But if you come here with the attitude of like, I'm here to win,
teach.
then those people
What I don't
phase out.
understand, so as coaches, we got all coaches here, knowing that somebody can come in that has never done a sport in their life, compared to on that same day somebody that was like a college athlete can come in. Like each of them are on different like starting points, right?
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
But they're getting taught at the same pace, right? So how do you kind of make up that gap into getting that person? It just takes time, right?
Yeah, well, the thing is, it kind of has to do with the person's mindset.
Absolutely.
Also, like
Absolutely.
like Ricky's saying, like, are they coming in to learn or are they coming in to win? Because in that case, like the person that's coming in to learn, if they are, like you said, an athlete, they have some kind of a background in martial arts or something, they're gonna pick it up quicker, like 100% than the person that's never trained before.
Well, what belt is it? Do they typically are like
Blue.
even?
Blue.
You think blue belt?
Everything-
But
everything-
Blue belt is like.
but everything
2
even-
years before, you know, like a 4-year blue belt's different than a 2.
But everything evens out at blue. That's why it's so long. You know, like somebody that's brand new and maybe like the movements, like their body movement takes a little bit to catch up, but they go there to learn, they understand, and they get the concepts. Once their body like clicks, like there's gonna be a good jump.
Typically, people move into blue belt at he's still at like completely different.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
people move into purple belt relatively the same.
Yes.
People
That's why.
move to brown
That's why
belt
people
exactly.
quit.
Yeah.
That's why people quit at blue belt mostly.
That's typically why after blue belt you see, like you're saying, as they rank up, guys kind of rank up. You almost have like graduating classes of people that are kind of, I mean, there's obviously a variation of skill and everything based, personal factors, training and all, but like you see people kind of group together at that point.
Man, let's
Like
say let's say nothing happens that stops you from doing jujitsu, right? And you just train on average maybe 2 times a week, maybe less, maybe a little more sometimes. You might get your purple belt in 2 to 4 years. But now let's say other things do happen and kind of hinder you from training. Like you hear about blue belts that are blue belts for 7 years, 8 years, right? Like this type of student is a student that doesn't necessarily care about winning or losing, but they care about learning and they will progress, right? But it's a student that's like, oh no, like I'm here to just dominate everyone, right? Because you can't do that. Eventually, they're gonna get it back.
Yeah, I mean, what happens is at first you're in with other people that are new, right? So if you're naturally stronger, more explosive, more athletic, you can pick up those first few techniques and really blast people with them. But then once you get past that group and now you're training with other blue belts, purple belts, brown belts, like that explosiveness is not gonna mean shit.
Yeah.
And if you were so used to winning, to dominating other white belts around your time based on just your athletic abilities, and you kind of negate the technique, you muscle through things, you don't really care about drilling and this and that, that's going to show at the blue.
How often do you see like one of those like super explosive, really kind of naturally good white belts, but not be that good at a higher belt? Typically, they're if they stay with it.
If they stay with it, they'll exactly.
Yeah,
They'll
like-
learn that there's value to the technique, but especially the ones that just come in and wreck whenever they first sign up based on athleticism. Whenever they start to lose consistently, their mind doesn't go to like, how can I fix this? It just immediately goes to like, I don't fucking like this.
Pissed off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that's a good point, and like I don't want to make the word explosive seem like a bad thing, right?
It's like saying, well, that guy's really flexible, so he's cheating.
Yeah,
It's like
being explosive is valuable.
Yeah, but it's pairing it with the proper technique.
Yeah, learning to know when to use it is the key. Because it
Exploding at the wrong time can get you in trouble.
It's just wasted energy.
He's just sitting there.
Yeah.
I've been sweating lately.
Like
I mean, I was not training for like 3 weeks.
if I'm
Welcome to
just
my world.
if I'm just being explosive for like no reason or with no technique, I'm not gonna get very far.
You're wasting your energy,
Yeah.
so I mean that fight's
But
already
there's
lost
a
at that point.
moment, and like if you watch tournaments, if you just watch people competing, and you have the audio of whoever's coaching them coaching, and they actually kind of know what they're saying. 'Cause sometimes you'll hear things like, "You got to get on top," or stuff like that. But when you actually hear some direction in the coaching, then you'll see when the best time to explode is, because the coach will generally like freak out. They'll be like, "Go now! This is your window. Go! You gotta go now! Now move! Right? Don't stop till you get this because because that's like there's a right time to be explosive and there's a right time to be like
Yeah, but I feel like that's the development of jiu-jitsu anyway.
And
That's all about timing and technique anyway.
That's also
'cause
where
it's-
people get the claustrophobic because people don't know where the window is. So then they're just exploding like the whole time, and the person on top has good control. They can't get out, and then that's when that random tap comes, and they're just like, I just couldn't breathe. It's like, bro, you can still breathe in that position. Like, catch your breath, relax, look for your window.
Right? Think of that whenever you're doing when you're training too. There's plenty of opportunities where you could freak out because you can't breathe, but if I got a little hole here.
Yeah.
Like it gets incredible. Like
yeah, it's a game
it's
changer.
a practice of like, can you like stay calm and just find a way to breathe?
Yeah, like I'm at the point where like if I don't get that feeling of like breathing really really hard and like in the middle of training, I don't feel like I trained hard.
So-
like you need to push to that point.
And like a very common phrase is sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail. And at the beginning, a lot of the times you're the nail. All right, but
Always the nail. So
But-
what I heard.
sometimes, look, if you can't handle being the nail, that's whenever people phase out. You know, that's whenever people quit.
They should make it saying something like kind of like something about like heat and kitchen or
Pizza.
or
Ramen, microwaves.
if you can't handle
Oliver's
the
like a nail
kitchen.
with 3 holes.
Wait a minute, nails have holes?
Yeah, for other nails to nail.
Oh, I like it.
Man, shit.
He's just getting triple.
Dude, I feel like I'm like halfway into a meme, like a white dude sitting around 3 brown dudes. Like, I feel like this is a meme.
You're about to colonize us?
No,
You gonna get us to do some work for you?
dude, I'm just.
Wow, dude, that's really
saying,
fucked up,
man.
Oliver.
Yeah, I really have to use my white power here. In a second. My privilege.
Oliver's gonna be like, excuse me, police. There's some brown guys here.
Guys, please. There's some brown people podcasting. Can you? Yeah. I don't like. So the sign says no pod. Can you get here, please? Please. Is this the? That's the meme I was talking about. Yeah.
That's the meme.
Yeah. Well, not
Modified.
I look better than that, but yeah, that was me surrounded by the brown men. The brown men, yeah. So,
Away from the cameras.
Yeah, away from the cameras.
yeah.
That one's not for the
We're trying to keep this R, not NC-17, man. So thanks, fellas. It's what are we? We had an hour and a half
You're
yet.
getting choked up by little belts. Oh, sorry.
Man,
Hey, like,
touch me again, God.
hey. Speaking of that, though, there is this one match that I was watching. It was from a long time ago. I just got my brown belt. There was a match I did where this guy got my back immediately. Right, he got to my back. He got 4 points, and he was trying to choke me for about like 5 minutes.
Get mine in.
So he was trying to choke, and he got my back, and he was strong, but I felt like his grips weren't strong. So I was able to defend the choke pretty well. So I was able to escape eventually. And so 5 minutes of him on my back. It's an 8-minute round. It's an 8-minute match. I escape, and I'm able to get on top. So he has 4, I have 0, right? And he is dead tired, right? And so in my head, I'm like, okay, this is the time to explode, right? And like not just be explosive. This is the time to like kind of
Pick up the pace.
break all his grips and explode, right? Because if he still has his grips, then like I can't really explode. And I do that, and I pass, and so it's 4-3, and then we end up on the feet again. I pull, I sweep, 5-4, right? And there's still some time, so I'm still trying to pass. The time runs out, and whenever the ref is trying to like raise my hand, the other guy runs off the mat to throw up. So like
Now he's disqualified.
yeah, 1, now he's disqualified. But 2, he threw up because I kind of amped up the pace when I had that opportunity, right? So that's a good example of when being explosive is helpful.
Yeah.
And I'm typically not an explosive person when training. Right?
Really? What? I would have never thought of that.
For all the listeners out there,
Ricky, I think you do it
That was an
wonderfully.
explosive move.
you know, I get your leg, and then I chill for like 2 minutes.
I call Ricky style. He wants to.
And then you better watch out, because in like 2 or 3 minutes,
So we could
maybe 4,
Get your back.
I might get your back.
Ricky style is he wants to hold you tight and never let you go.
That's true.
So we talk about D&D sometimes, and there's a spell called haste that we've talked
Oh,
about.
Jesus Christ.
But Ricky trains like he uses slow, which means that
No, we
he
also
makes-
talked about that one too.
He makes everybody move fucking his speed,
Timing.
and then he beats you.
Timing
there.
beats speed.
So you slow everything down. So you.
No, he brings it.
Professor
He
Allen
brings.
probably loves you.
He slows everything down to the Ricky pace, but the Ricky pace like doesn't exist in
Allen's
nature.
like, I love
Ricky.
I love going against Coach Ricky.
Shout out to Ricky Pace. Slim Rickens over here.
No. The thing is that I'm at a constant. So like, I'll go.
You're like my wife. Like she has no rush in her bones. So like typically if you're like running late, you start speeding up the other activities to like catch up.
No.
You just know you're late. You know you're just gonna be even more late. Like
Well, I mean, once you're late,
Once you're late,
you're
you're
late.
what if you know you're approaching late,
Oh.
but you can speed up
still
your
make
shit,
it on time.
right? I'm an early person, so that's just fun.
Yeah. So like, if we had to measure speed, 0 to 10, right?
Ricky moves at 1.
Most people are like at 6 or 7. Most people are at 6 or 7, right? I'm probably like at. So look, most people are 6 or 7 for part of the match, and then they take breaks, right? They kind of find spaces to gather back their energy. I'm kind of always at like a 3 or a 4.
Even in MMA.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, especially MMA, bro. Especially MMA. People will throw a punch at my brother, and then they'll expect him to move out of the way, and he won't. But it won't hit him anyway because he wasn't that close to begin with. Like he just was moving so slow. Dude, when he took down Aaron, oh my god,
guys, he was.
Timing beats speed.
It was the slowest shot I've ever seen in my life.
Both me and Isai, so me and Isai weren't even looking at each other. We saw Ricky do that. We both like, what
I
was
bet
that?
you this is what happened in his mind. He saw the shot, he sprawled, and then he went back to normal, and then Ricky's shot finally got there.
Hey, Aaron,
He was like, "Oh, I need to defend."
Aaron's hard to take down. This dude's been a gymnast since he was like 5, and he's strong as hell.
Did you just suffer some lag?
He's just not used to your lag.
Yeah.
It
It was like the internet stuff.
You're buffering.
He went through. He's like,
Mid shot.
Call it what you want.
Ricky's got a wheel roller.
Call it what you want.
We call it. Let's call it buffering.
The buffering takedown.
buffering
Takedown.
That's pretty sweet, man. That's So look,
why?
you're not
He
even.
only supplies the music during a wrestling class. That's it. No shots. No takedown. Unless Professor Brandon's not there, that's when you'll step in and coach. But other than that, just the 80s jam.
Yeah, just the 80s jams.
I think you should teach the buffering takedown next time you get a chance to work it into
It's a
wrestling.
double leg. It's just
No, it's just a double leg. Yeah, just a double leg. Come on, man. It's the buffering takedown.
dude. If you have the space to do whatever
And the time, obviously. If you've got a few minutes
Man,
to
I
spare.
wish I had a
you
video of like him doing this shot. It was the slowest shot ever. And he got it. It was amazing.
Technique
Yeah, I think
always
what he
wins.
said, like I think
Technique.
Aaron defended and then stood back up. And then Ricky's finally got there.
For the set.
Did you get your points? That's all that matters, man. Fuck it.
You can't double sprawl a double shot.
You can't double sprawl, double shot. That's true.
I had another teammate like that. Like he would. This dude was so slow. He'd throw a punch, so you'd slip, throw your counter, and then when you'd come back, the punch would finally get there.
You would slip and move back in the way. You're like,
I moved out of the way. Good. I'm good.
God damn.
Ah, shit.
That's horrible, man. That's maybe that's a tactic, though.
Is it, man, it worked.
I mean, it is a tactic
Yeah.
if it works.
Dude, Jason, one of the fighters at GB, he was like, "Man, Ricky, you move so thick," and I'm like, "What does that mean?"
He's like, like you've been pudding and shit. Like you just like.
No, I think what that means is that like, so we're all moving through air, right? My brother moves like he's moving through the consistency of water.
So like, did you guys ever have that like dream growing up? Like you get in a fight, but you're like. The person you're fighting is like fight normal, and you're
Is
just
English?
like,
It's British.
It's British.
They're eating haggis.
I've never lost a
They're
fight.
eating haggis.
Never.
So I've had fights in my dreams where I can't hit the person. So I'm not moving slower, but I can't hit them. Like I'm like it's just like not reaching their face.
Like Ricky.
I'm never making contact. Like I'm
fighting Ricky.
swinging and it's like at their face, but I'm never making contact. That is super
That's not a
frustrating.
dream. That's you going up against Coach John.
No, that's me hitting him and my hand hurting. Or me kicking him and having a bruise on my shin for 3 months.
It's not anything you want to experience.
When is he gonna do a bare knuckle?
Oh, dude,
Now
if they let him into
Artem
that
and
thing.
Polly went. Like now it's starting to blow
Man,
up.
now it's starting to get big. I really wish they would like reach out because this is the most hardcore dude I know, man.
He's the only one actually asking. Everyone else is probably like, all right, I'll do it.
They're like,
Have you
how much you
seen-
paying?
Someone actively.
Have you seen what their faces look like at the end of these matches? These dudes are cut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah, even though females have been like Becky, whatever her name is, like
It's not a smart play on your career. I'll tell you that. Like you better be at the end of your career because you're gonna end up with a lot of
look at
scars
it.
on your
They're
face.
all at the end of the career.
Yeah, you're gonna end up with a lot of scars on your
like
face.
Young bucks, like
Johnny Hendricks was doing it.
There's look at his chin.
couple, like,
look
old
at his chin with
school,
gloves. He lost his chin. I mean, I think after the
Who?
Johnny Hendricks.
Oh yeah. Man, who's the other guy?
Who saw it fucked his career.
Yeah, you saw that.
Man, I heard things about Johnny Hendricks, dude, that he just
Yeah, he's like
he just
lazy,
wasn't a
man.
hard worker.
Super.
And I mean, this is the thing with talented people, right?
like
Like,
lose their focus. Like
if
he
you-
had restaurants.
if you're
No, look, it's kind of like what you said earlier. When you lose, when you consistently lose, it's like your mind either goes to how can I fix this,
or I don't fucking like that.
or I don't
And
fucking like
I think he was cutting too much weight maybe in the beginning.
I don't think he was fighting the right class at all.
Adrenal glands.
Yeah.
Dude couldn't cut weight anymore. And
No, I think he was probably one of those guys that relied on talent a lot, maybe.
Yeah,
It's like-
I don't want to say he was cutting weight. I don't want to say that he wasn't.
Look, I want to say that I think he put in his work as a wrestler, and he was like, I don't fucking want to work like that again.
So his MMA career was I'm gonna bank
that's what I said.
bank off of my wrestling and the fact that I got heavy hands.
On the wrestling side, his adrenal
Maybe.
fucked from
Maybe.
going all the way through Division I college, and you're cutting weight all year round.
Yeah.
Every week, like your body's just so fucked up. Like look at DC now.
Yeah, he looks like
He's like 205.
Looks like who?
Forget it.
Looks like who?
I mean, minus the muscles.
Look at Ben Askren.
I don't get your
Look at
joke.
Ben Askren.
Look, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but me and Ricky worked out once today. All right, like
Shit.
I'm practically got like more than one ab now. So fuck you.
More than one?
It's in there.
So we got a listener.
I have introverted
We have a
abs. My
listener that
bad.
asked, "Would you fight a kangaroo for $500?"
Would I fight a kangaroo for $500?
This listener is Ryan.
Nope.
So
Ryan.
he said for 500.
Yeah.
Is the kangaroo my size?
Yeah. So here's the thing. I will fight a kangaroo, right? On a couple of stipulations.
What are the rules?
It has to be.
See, a couple stipulations, right?
Gee.
I don't want to go to jail for animal abuse.
Well,
Right.
okay, even if you weren't going to jail, it's still fucked up.
2,
Yeah.
the kangaroo has to be within 5 pounds of my weight.
That's still a strong kangaroo.
That's
That
a
is
strong
a
kangaroo.
strong kangaroo, man.
And
What's his reach on you? An extra.
if I kill the kangaroo, I can't get in trouble.
Is this
Those are the 3
is this
stipulations.
MMA or BJJ?
This is
This is whatever the fuck you
It's
can do.
MMA.
Because the kangaroo's gonna fucking bite me if
Yeah.
it can. So
Well,
it's whatever.
if this is the case, I figured you want to do like bodybuilding, so he could do a flex
MMA,
off. You
yeah.
kangaroo flex and
He
stuff.
could kick you if he wants.
yeah.
He should kick you.
I'm out.
He's not kidding.
Kangaroos only kick with both legs.
They can.
Yeah, that's how
They can't
yeah.
move one leg independently.
2 to the chest is what you're gonna get.
Everything's a double drop kick.
Parry a drop kick.
How you parry a double kick?
Sweep,
Ultimate grab.
you sweep the tail.
Yeah.
Sweep the tail.
The tail's what they're basing on.
Yeah, sweep the tail, and then they have no balance.
That's how.
Dude,
No,
I think
you gotta catch this one.
I think it's really weird that they can't move their legs independently. Like their legs have to move together.
Yeah, that's weird. Not the fact that it's got a sack on the front of it, a fucking built-in fanny pack, and hops around and has to use its tail to kick.
Because there are plenty of marsupials in this world. Not a lot of them have fixed legs. That's weird.
How many marsupials are there?
I don't know, bunch.
A bunch.
bunch.
Is that like
That's a metric bunch.
metric bunch?
A metric
All
bunch.
You know the kangaroo's gonna come out.
As a wombat. There you go. That's another one.
The kangaroo's gonna come out. swinging,
possum.
Right? So
Possum.
You're gonna
Another
stand up. Are you gonna try to take him down?
No.
No, I'm gonna fight this
If you clinch
motherfucker.
him, he's gonna like sit on his tail and
If you
kick
knee
you.
him to the
Yeah.
sack.
Man, that's a good question. Like, is the sack sensitive?
Oh shit, bro.
I'm just gonna punch him in the balls.
It's moist in there. No. Does
What if
the
it's a
guy have
woman?
sack?
Huh?
What if it's a woman?
Both of them have
Both
the
of them
sack.
have sack.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the guy's? Can you imagine like the guy's sack?
It's like a fanny pack.
Right.
He doesn't need it for
He's
anything.
got like keys in there. He's got,
He got
like.
spare. He got spare
Dude,
food.
no.
Well, you know why?
The
Because
guy-
the wife's like, I don't want to put it in mine. Can you carry this stuff?
The guy
for me?"
that fought the kangaroo earlier, like, he showed us how to beat him. Like, you just gotta jab his ass all day. Because he can't,
The guy
he
who
can't
was-
put his hands.
His
he
dog.
didn't finish the fight.
No, but he can't put
ran
his
away.
hands up. The kangaroo cannot put his hands up. It's like here. You just gotta jab and you gotta stick a move.
So how do you know this is an untrained kangaroo? I'm just saying.
Do you know a trained kangaroo?
It's not up to me to prove that they train. It's up to you to prove that they
Let's just
don't.
assume white belt kangaroo.
Who's he taking instruction from?
Full kangaroos.
He's a white belt kangaroo. He's gonna try to headlock me. It's easy. I take the
He's
back.
not Marcelo's.
Dude, I bet you the fucking kangaroo still has a Portuguese coach in the corner saying, pass up, pass. You know, you're like, yeah, he's punching me, though.
Ajusta.
Okay, so Craig Jones is his current trainer.
Oh, shit. Which is odd, because how do you practice heel hooks on a kangaroo? He's like, you're like, I can't roll into that
Or
one.
No,
Nate
that-
Diaz is his boxing.
Wait, so that video is like the kangaroo's like headlocking the dog, right?
Yeah.
And then
Dude
the
comes
dude
over
runs
and
up and like
punches.
punches the kangaroo.
Yeah, but he punches him and walks up like the kangaroo's like, you want to fight?
No, but the
No, the
kangaroo's
kangaroo
like
is
this. It can't have its hands up.
I Superman punch him.
Okay, so we're talking about that kangaroo. The one that we seen get in a fight with another human.
We have to assume most kangaroos are going to react that way.
So no, here's my thing. I feel like after that,
Do you think another kangaroo is gonna like parry or slip?
let's say it's the same kangaroo, right? But my assumption is that after that display of getting, obviously shit on the internet, he went probably found a good school, dedicated 6 hard months. Yeah, dedicated 6 hard months. You guys have played Tekken, right? There's a kangaroo in that motherfucker.
Shut up.
Am I lying?
You're not a lion.
It doesn't matter if it's trained for 6 months. I've been training for years.
Yes.
Yeah, but he trains with humans. How many times you trained with a kangaroo?
You don't got the reach on kangaroo though.
Doesn't matter. I don't have the reach on a lot of people.
He's so slow.
You don't
Because
need.
speed improves your reach.
Well, you're fucked then.
How's your power?
I don't think I'm that strong either.
So what do you got? What do you got?
He's slow.
Timing.
He's got that mustache.
You're like a video game character where you got like speed, strength, flexibility, technique,
Mustache.
and each are rated out of 10.
The mustache bar is like
The mustache bar is like
Through
the
12.
roof.
Yeah, that's cranked up to 11.
I'd give it a 2.
What would your super ability be? Would you like throw pizza at people? Like if you had like your super combo.
No, I think honestly, I think I have good timing at what I do. Right, like the few techniques that I do, I have good timing on, and so like that doesn't require speed, that doesn't require strength. It just requires me to get to that position at the right time.
Technique. Beautiful.
I think timing goes under technique, right?
Conor McGregor said, "Timing beats speed, and precision beats power."
Yeah, he lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take a lot of what Connor says.
I would. I mean, he's been pretty successful for
He's
his
lost his last 3 or 4 fights.
career, and still has a winning record.
Yeah. He's lost his last.
He does not have a winning record.
Well, one of them was boxing,
He didn't
so-
defend any.
But are you saying he does not have a winning record?
Defend him, went to boxing, lost to Mayweather, went back, fought Khabib, lost. He's only lost 2 in the past 2 fights.
Okay.
Yeah, and also like he still has a winning record by a shit ton.
No, he has a winning record, just not in boxing.
I think he could have definitely lost.
He's 0-1.
Nate Diaz too. That could have gone either way.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was close.
I thought Nate. I thought Nate.
I thought Nate
When I
won.
watched it, I thought Nate won.
I thought Nate won.
I also thought Nate
oh,
won.
Shit. And I was like, somebody's getting paid for that number 3.
Yeah, well, that was the whole thing, right? Like, but the 3 never happened. Like, to me, that's what that's why I thought he won that fight. I was like, okay, they're gonna give it to him. It was a close fight. Set up number 3.
Because he was down. I thought he was out like 3rd round. I thought he was. He came back, but I thought he was.
I still love the first one where I'm not surprised, motherfuckers. Like,
Dude, that made
I
his
love
career.
that
It
shit.
made him where he didn't have to fight ever again.
No, he already had a good career, man.
Yeah, he did.
No, he had a good career, but then he got a good
But he
payday
didn't,
after
have
that.
he didn't have the name like his brother had until then.
He didn't get that payday.
Oh, I think he had.
I think they both had a huge name,
He already
man.
had a
More
name, yeah.
than Nate or
Nick.
Nick? You think
Yeah.
Nate?
I think they were
had a bigger name
equal.
than Nate?
I think they were about equal. Nobody.
I think Nate had a bigger name than Nick.
Nobody knew about Nick, and then not about Nate, or vice versa. So at a certain point, like you
think
knew
people
you knew
knew
about
about
the
Nate
Diaz
because of
brothers.
Nick.
Well, because you knew what the Diaz brothers, right? And then after the whole thing happened, a strike force on was it NBC?
Yeah, brawl.
When that brawl happened, everybody knew who the fuck the Diaz brothers were. After that, everybody knew. So I don't think Conor gave him any more notoriety. I just think that like they're good shit talkers. They have good stand up boxing,
The
and they
loyalists
put it on him.
Knew who he was. That made him into mainstream. I think
Yeah, no, I agree. Because, I mean, they weren't getting the paydays until.
he was just Conor
McGregor
was on
fight.
his
But-
wave.
No, wait. No one was getting the paydays until Conor because
But that's the thing. Like, having that, your name might be known, but
No,
you're still.
Ronda Rousey was. Brock Lesnar was.
That is true.
There was people that were getting them, but they had to be superstars.
yeah, but also it wasn't like publicized. So like Ronda Rousey. So here's an interesting thing: UFC at a certain point on their Instagram, posted like what each fighter made.
Yeah.
Right? Like that wasn't around
But like
before Conor McGregor. Right? Like before that it was like, okay, yeah, sure, Ronda Rousey made whatever and Brock made whatever, but everyone else made shit. After Conor McGregor, because he was so forward about his earnings, it kind of put the microscope on the UFC to see what other people earn too.
I get what you're saying.
And so, like, whenever he kept talking about that, sure, like maybe Nate Diaz got his biggest paycheck from the Conor McGregor fight, but like that didn't do anything with his past.
But
right?
I think Nate didn't make as much outside the ring until that Conor McGregor fight.
I mean, maybe
I don't know,
I don't know if he's making anything outside the ring now. Like, I mean,
No, he has to be. It has to be.
but whatever
Fighter
he's
like
making
him's got
now
sponsors.
outside of the ring, I feel like
Like, okay, so he
Or
didn't
Loco,
have his
maybe.
own gym before that. He got enough money to create his own gym.
Like Nate has his own spot, or it's like a
He has
Nick
his
and
own
Nate
gym,
kind
yeah.
of.
No, it's his gym.
That's interesting.
Because I think he trained at Kron's a lot before that, too.
yeah,
Grace.
yeah,
See him fight again.
maybe so.
Oh yeah, that's man. Yeah, I like watching Kron.
Which Keenan made a good point. He's like, Kron is the most famous person that probably competes the least.
Yeah.
It is true.
You know what I mean? Like,
He makes a good
I can
point.
see
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I mean, his dad is a legend.
He's done great in MMA too,
He is a
so-
beast.
He trained the
Like,
Hulk.
dude. Go
Like,
watch
who, Lou
ADCC.
Ferrigno?
Go watch the ADCC
No,
with Kron and
Edward Norton. He was in the movie.
God damn you, Ricky.
Hey Ricky, touch him again.
That was the worst one.
Touch me. Stop.
You just said touch him.
God, it's so moist.
Internet just crashed.
Did it? You see what you did, Ricky? Well, should we
broke the internet.
Should we wrap it up then?
Yeah, we're at 10 more minutes for 2 hours.
Yeah, I think we're done.
Yeah.
I think we're done. I don't want to get touched anymore tonight. I mean,
Does your wife know that?
she's probably asleep. But you know what? Game on.
Game on.
Game on. That's right. She's only asleep till I wake her up. So on that note, let's go home and wake our ladies up if we need to, or go find a crazy person and get some,
Find a crazy person.
get some milk. And get some milk.
Give me some milk.
Give me some milk. All right, bring in that sick beat. How about that?